Peace to everybody, man. We in here for this morning. So real quick, we're gonna be talking about DL Hughley's attack of Saquon Barkley and Fat Joe suing his hype man for calling him the P word. Give me 1 second here as we get started. All right, let's go. Let's get to it real quick. So I got both of those things for you. Good morning. Can y'all see me good? DeAndre Smith is in the building. What up? What up? All right, so I got this DL Hughley joint. So let's hopefully everybody can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. And we're gonna play this. We're gonna get right to it. I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting. Not gonna keep y'all waiting too much longer. Perfect. That's a good little one right there. Okay, so let's play what DL said, and this is on actually perfect. Um TMZ. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Good morning, good morning. DL who done fell off to me anyway. Just stick to what you're known for, bro. Word. I feel you on that. So let's hear what he had to say. We're gonna play some of this interview and talk about it at the same dag on time. So let's go.
Black history is unsavory and is undeniable. Donald Trump is deliberately trying to erase Black people's history for whatever quest. He's elevating Christopher Columbus again. So he deliberately is doing things to Black people that isn't just political. And any Black man that does it is going to obviously catch some level of heat. When a Black person does it, I can when it's a Black person, I can always tell what kind of Black person. I can always tell what they are.
Whoa, wait, what does that mean, Dio?
Saquon Barkley, he had a girlfriend and threw around the N-word a lot and said she wasn't a gold digger and she wasn't messing with no broke N-words. He looks like that kind of guy that is indifferent to what Black people go through. It's just true. And I think I've noticed that to be consistent with a lot of Black people who show up. They have a shoe booty affect to them.
Well, suppose I did not know that about his girlfriend. I mean, I know who his girlfriend is, but yeah.
So to me, he seems like the type of guy who would do that and be indifferent to what's happening to Black people.
Can't you separate the honor from the person?
I think you can't squeeze honor out of the unhonorable. He's an unhonorable man who assaults Black people, insults our history on a daily basis. We're not talking about somebody that just we having a political disagreement. We're talking about somebody that's erasing Harriet Tubman and the Tuskegee Airmen and disbanding Black history. There is a reason that the Black men, the Black people who they have a certain affect about them, they have a certain way about them. They seem to be indifferent to what is happening to Black people and to not care about it. And I think he seeks them out. I think that just like water seeks its own level, those kind.
So think about it. Let's just pause it. He says Saquon's the type of guy, like he looks like the type of guy. What the hell does that mean? Let's keep going on. Let's just get through
The
it.
men and women easily show up at these events, and they're great for camera fodder, and they all have the same affect about. I'm not shocked that he dated a white girl that said the N-word, threw the N-word around. He looks like the kind of guy that would do it, and the kind of guy who would do that wouldn't care about what happened to Black people, and would think it's no big deal to go to a function where a dude assaults our history on a daily basis.
He didn't create this honor. This is a time-honored tradition.
He destroyed this honor. It's a time-honored tradition to have a peaceful transfer of power. It's a time-honored tradition to honor the Constitution. So let's Donald Trump, by any stretch of the imagination, it doesn't bear a semblance to any president we've ever had before. And now you're trying to act like he's presidential, and he is not.
Donald Trump, one of the things everybody says about him, and I know this somewhat to be true from personal experience back in the day, he listens to the last person in the room. And so I get it that you're probably not going to change a lot. But if you have the ability to, he reversed himself on tariffs because certain people quietly got in his ear. So if you're just out of the game, good luck to you for the next 4 years.
Yeah, do you really believe that somebody could change his perspective about the way he sees Black people? He hasn't apologized for the Central Pop 5 almost 40 years ago.
He doesn't apologize.
He has not apologized, and he keeps saying that. This is not conjecture. You can look it up. Donald Trump has a certain lack of respect for black people, and he demonstrates it all the time. And I think any black man who goes or black woman who goes to see him has an air of shoe bootiness around them. They do. It's not shocking. It's shocking to me that a dude who would go see Trump dated a white girl and threw the N word around. It's not shocking to me. Just like you had the Republican kid, the Republican congressman, it's not shocking. They look a certain way, they move a certain way, they act a certain way, and I think he senses that in them. There's a reason why the other people who didn't go didn't go.
You may not be able to change his POV, but maybe you can change a policy or two. And who cares about the honest inward feelings if it's really about what he does?
INWARD.
I care very much that people are eroding black history and rolling us back to non-existence. I care that he's taking the protections away about the voters' rights Act. I care that he's erasing Harriet Tubman, Kiki Airman, and Jackie Robinson. I care that he's doing that. It's not a slight thing to me. And anybody who thinks it's a slight thing is probably as guilty of that as he is. Because you cannot dismiss, he is deliberately doing what he's doing to us. Deliberately. And any black dude who does it, there's a reason those other people didn't go, and there's a reason why a man like Saquon felt there was no big deal going. You can look at them; they look a certain way. They have a shoe booty air to them.
So all the people over the years that Trump, and I'm not here to defend Trump, right? I'm not even going to get into that because some things I don't agree with them. But all the rappers, all the people. So you saying 50 Cent? You saying all these people that was with Trump, by Trump, went to go see Trump, are bootlicking? You know what? Come on, man. Come on. Now, all right, so let's talk about this, right? Because here's the hypocrisy in this whole situation. Let's get to it because this the same guy who supports Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as one. The same guy who took money to attack anybody, the same guy who, is championing the Democratic Party, right? Only 4% of black people benefiting from DEI. Let's go to this because that's what Cory Booker. Guess what Cory Booker called Joe Biden? He called him, right? He called him the architect of mass incarceration. Architect. Joe Biden worked with segregationists to write laws that disproportionately incarcerated black Americans. They said Senator Cory Booker was right when he called Joe Biden the architect of mass incarceration. Joe Biden was one of the chief architects of mass incarceration in the war on drugs, which disproportionately targeted at us. Biden. This is how you know DL's playing games, right? Admitted he is directly responsible for the mass incarceration policies in the 80s and the 90s, authorizing the 1994 crime bill, which decimated black communities. Decimated black communities. Biden specifically worked with segregationalist Senator Storm Truman, remember that, to pass laws incarcerating Americans caught with a quarter size. Remember the crack cocaine in the powder law? A quarter size, a small amount of crack cocaine. Biden, we got bullets here. Voted to extend minimum penalties for people under 21 charged with selling marijuana and introduced a civil forfeiture legislation which allowed the government to seize assets of citizens accused of drug crimes. So if you're in a car, you get popped, they could take it. Next week, the cops driving around in it. Right? Biden helped write the Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which created the 100-1 crack cocaine sentencing disparity. And this disproportionately, right? Disproportionately affected minorities, including blacks. Now, you might say, okay, D.L. Hughley, he don't support Biden, he's Kamala Harris, right? Biden's own running mate, Kamala Harris, blamed for writing laws that led to mass incarceration of black Americans as well. Kamala Harris spoke, right, on Joe Biden's 1994 crime bill. She admitted DL's people, it did contribute to mass incarceration in our country. Once again, Cory Booker said Biden was the architect of mass incarceration. So what affects us more? Mass incarceration? And you get behind that? You champion that? You go with the party that signed that away? And you talking about some rhetoric that Trump may say, the Columbus thing, whatever the case may be. Okay, I get it. Like, we don't agree with that. You can't agree with it. But then you want to attack Saquon, who, all right, he chose to be with a white woman. That's his preference. That's his choice. His girls are still black. His young girls. So this is my issue with the whole thing. It's like you can't say just because he chose to be with a white woman that he is not black or doesn't care about black people. You can't say that, bro. I don't think that's fair. I just don't think it's fair. Now people may have their thing about it because you have a dude that's married to a black woman, but he out here killing people. He killing his own people. He's selling drugs to his people. You feel what I'm saying? So where are we really going with all of this stuff? What are we really doing with all this? Why you got to be an attack dog for the Democratic Party? You saying Trump is not president now? He's the president. If Kamala Harris is the president and Biden is the president, I'm just going to respect the office. I'm not going to be looking at every little thing they do until they create a track record like Biden has done and Kamala has done. They created track records that we can now judge them by. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. That's all I kind of got to say about that. You know, stop reading Google and actually articulate. I'm actually articulating. I'm reading the bulletin points, right? I'm giving you facts about what happened. Now I'm articulating on it. I know it hurts, Jay. I know it hurts you, but I'm actually speaking on it. I'm actually speaking, and we all knew this before. We all knew about the Clintons, the Bidens, Kamala Harris. We knew this. That's why she didn't win. She got crushed because people were smart enough not to go with the fall for the rhetoric, not to fall for the tap dancing, not to fall for the DL Hugleys and these people and the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's who they chose to represent us, who can barely get a sentence out, complete a sentence. That's who they chose to represent us. You know, what did Kamala do as vice president that should excite people to vote for her? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. She came in and she tried to, like most people do, appeal to the emotional side, the entertainment side. That's what she did. You know what I'm saying? That's all she did when she came in. She tried to appeal to that and bring in rappers and bring in comedians and thinking that was going to sway us. Whoever's in the office, I'm hoping that they do the right thing. And if Trump, after he's finished or enough time goes past, then we going on him too. If Biden was horrible, we going on him too. If Clinton was horrible, if Obama was horrible, we going on him too. Period. That's the way I'm bringing it. I don't know what y'all talking about. Anybody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is with that because people are going to have a different opinions on the whole situation. And I'm I don't want everybody to agree with me. And yes, DL he obviously, some of the points I actually, agree with. But what about all the other people, all the other black players that went? How come you ain't talk about them? How come you ain't talk about them? How come you ain't talk about the other guy, Eli Ricks or Jordan Mailata or some of the staff that was black that was there? You specifically point out Saquon Barkley, who, if you know him, right? So you say you cannot go with someone, Jay Johnson. I'm gonna directly address you. Let's put it on the screen here. I cannot go for someone who was trying to erase African American history. So who was your choice? Was your choice Kamala? Did you vote for Biden? I'm interested to know. And if not, I ain't talking to you. Because they only gave us two choices. Well, they gave us more than two choices, but two choices that was really going to win. And either way you look at it, it's going to affect us either way, some way. But at the end of the day, you don't really see other races of people like really getting into the politics. Where are the Chinese talking about politics? Where are the East Indians talking about politics? They just doing for self in their communities. They just doing business. They just doing that. They may go to the polls, they may not. I don't know. But you don't really hear, you don't see them on the internet bickering and fighting and going back and forth about shit. They just handle their business. They know how to do community economics with each other. So none of this shit is going to affect them anyway. And if it does, they're smart enough to come together in a block and affect change. You know? So let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to Fat Joe. You know, let's move on to Fat Joe suing his former hype man, right? So I don't know. I guess there was a video out there where Fat Joe, his hype man, I don't know if he was talking about him on the interview or whatnot. I really don't say that, but he is going now. He's filing a court against his former hype man, Terrence Dixon, and Dixon's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. You feel what I'm saying? Now, in the complaint, they're saying Cartagena, who is Fat Joe, outlines how Dixon and Blackburn conspired to extort him for money. They said this started on March 23rd, 2025, when both parties sent a written demand to Cartagena seeking financial compensation for being a ghostwriter on an uncredited vocalist on some of Cartagena's songs. Now, when the false demand was ignored, they resorted to lower depths of financial demands. They also threatened more and more legal action. Right now, Joe Tacopina, who's definitely a celebrity attorney, right? Somebody put Fat Joe's trash. I know y'all want to hear me talk about Fat Joe, right? Um, but that's cool. I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna talk about it and give my opinion and keep it pushing with the whole, day, because Fat Joe said what he said, did what he did on the Math Hoffa show, and I get it. I understand it, but let me get through this and then we'll talk about it real quick, right? Now his lawyer comes out and said these allegations are completely false and part of a conspiracy orchestrated between a disgruntled former hype man and his attorney. These two individuals have been scheming together to extort me with their elaborate, ludicrous demands changing by the day. The relentless threats, harassment, and defamation I've endured as they peddle salacious lies are utterly deplorable. I'm taking legal action to expose their misconduct and fully confident that the facts will reveal there's nothing more than a deceptive, desperate scam. Now, the lawsuit further notes how Dixon has harassed Fat Joe and his representatives on social media through text over the course of the past years. That is also a part of this where a dude was alleging that he was a P word or whatever the case may be, right? Yeah. Of course, you're not gonna tell me who you vote for. We all know who you voted for. We know who it was, right? But with the Fat Joe thing, I mean, it is what it is. If somebody's, is if somebody spreading salacious lies about you, you go out there and you answer them in court. If they don't want to shut up, you get them, you get the court to shut them up. Simple as that. DL lame as F with that comedy show. He just hated on Trump the whole time. Of course. And he gonna find anything he can to throw in Trump's face. Trump could be doing the greatest thing, and it just is what it is, right? Jim Crow, Joe Biden, the 1994 Crime Act locked up mass incarceration for Black Americans. Absolutely. And this is the hypocrisy that I was calling out earlier. You missed it, Kenneth. This is the same. If he was just neutral, I would never say nothing. But this the same guy who's on a Democratic payroll attacking the other side, where his side has done more to harm Black people than anybody else, probably. before like slavery and all, like after slavery and all, we could talk about them presidents back then and all that. But now that crime bill decimated our community. And this is the same guy that's on that side. So at the end of the day, you could take what he say with a grain of salt. You could, and then this is the same guy that sit up there smiling and beguiling for white folks, making them laugh. You can't take this man serious. Are you good, Kenneth? You can't take this man serious, bro. He's smiling and beguiling, spinning on his damn head, and got all the stuff to say. It's a game, man. Stop it. Stop. They play this little, black white game, or whatever the case may be, when it's convenient for them. They play this game, but when it really comes down to it, DL is a Democratic shield, full stop. Like, come on, they play this game. They play this this game. And I don't want to say the race card, bad choice of word. They play this little game to incite the emotions of black people, right? And then they all around, they want to throw white in here, and he's this and he's that. But you smiling and beguiling in their face too. You're doing the same thing. Who knows what you're doing behind the scenes when that come out? I'm sure you don't dipped in the vanilla. You feel me? So that all that's a scam. That's been proven years ago. Let's see. DL gets paid to go against Trump. Anyone that supports him is a high level shield. Absolutely, and everybody knows that. And I'm not saying the Republican Party is better. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is don't let these people fool you and make you choose red or blue or this or that or whatever the case may be. Because both sides effed up. Both sides got blood on their hands. Let's keep it a beam. So don't try to make me feel like all black people need to go against this when the side that you want did way worse than anything you could point to Trump did. I know people that worked at Trump's casinos that love Trump. That love him. Black people that love him. He works in the casinos. He now and you doing with the employees and all. Come on, bro. See, in my area, Trump had his casinos here. So anybody outside can't say shit. People loved him. All these rappers taking pictures with him, hanging out with him and shit. To the media flip. So let's keep it a beam with all that. DL fix his delusional mind and continues to eat what the liberals feed him. Absolutely. 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 It's like don't see, when you got somebody like me that sees through the BS, you can't pull a wool over my eye. You can't throw a DL in my face. You can't throw, some entertainers in my face and make me think that I'm supposed to go for this person and go, I'm an independent thinker. Right? So that's all it is with that. Let me see what else we got. Let me see, read a couple more. And this thing's running kind of slow. That's all. And I say with the Democrats, they are more. See, the Republicans don't even try to really appeal to you. They like, come with us if you want. The Democrats do all types of weird tactics to get you guys. I'm not registered. I'm not a registered Democrat or Republican. I'm not registered. I'm less government. I'm a less government type of guy. Don't interfere in our shit. Let us handle our own shit. These MFers hate Trump as a man, which is typical little ninja-ish. So these Kanye photos now. What Kanye photos you talking about? What Kanye photos you talking about? And remember, remember another thing about DL. He was going against Kamala, ripping her. And they gave his ass a seat at the table. He stopped. A lot of these people just want a seat at the table, bro. Look up the black bourgeoisie and the black, what they call black elitists. How they were used by the dominant society how they were used against us. Think about that. Read up on that. Look at that. Look at the intricate thing they used to do to boost these people up and put them on a pedestal and talk down on us and try to sway us in a way we should do this and a way we should do that. It's not working no more. It's not working. I'm not gonna sit up here and attack a man who got good character, who's a leader and whatnot. Could he play golf with Trump? That's silly. A man that's taking care of his young daughters. So you really don't give a damn about black people because his daughters is black. You ever think how that's going to affect his daughters? You ever think about that? You may call them mixed race, but I consider them black in regard to Saquon Barkley. How you know his girlfriend wasn't there for him when he was broke, when he ain't have shit? Other people was probably looking like he was a nerd, a geek. He want to go to school. He wants to play football. He's not a street guy. He's not shooting, killing, bang, bang. He's a bookworm. She probably stayed with him. She probably was riding with him. She probably wasn't giving him no freaking attitude, bro. She probably was feminine. So he chose her. I can't get mad at him for that. I can't get mad at him for that. That's what we chose, bro. I'm not going to, shit on the man and say this and attack him and say he's less black. You can't do that. That's not fair to me, bro. That's just not fair. It ain't fair. I see this dude being a leader. I see him being a great father. As far as I'm concerned, he's a black man. I'm concerned now his wife is obviously white, but his daughters, I don't know if he got a son. They look black to me. So that's stuff we got to stop, bro. We got to stop, the divisive stuff. And then you really want to go back and look at it. A lot of mixed race people did a lot for the movement, bro. A lot of your so-called revolutionaries was mixed race. The blue, and then you got a lot of blue, black, purple people who was informants, who sold out people. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So stop that. Stop it. Look how many mixed race people did a lot for the movement and that died for the movement. And look at a guy like William O'Neill, who was darker than anybody, who sold out my man Fred Hampton. He didn't say anything about how the Democrats voted against the no tax on Social Security, no tax on tips, and no tax on overtime, something for the people. They all voted against. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And that affects real people, black, white, anything. That affects real people. So if he was so anti-black, why would you want to do something like that? If you're so anti-black, you're talking about Columbus. We all know about Columbus. Nobody celebrating that shit for real anyway. Who's celebrating Columbus, bro? Come on, let's keep it a bean. This is a day off for people. You act like people putting an Italian flag, whatever he was, flag on, running around, and we ain't celebrating that stuff anyway. That's not really affecting us like that. But elderly people who could barely make it, not taxing their Social Security, people who work these jobs that get tips, that rely on tips, not taxing their tips, that helps. Not taxing overtime. People want to bust their ass at their work, at their job, and they working 30 extra hours and they don't see none of that money because the IRS get it. They get to keep it. Come on, bro. But he's so anti this and anti that. But he's feeding the money to the HBCUs. You can't put a wool over our eyes. We a little bit too, we think outside the box. We know how to read. Since we can't read it, we Google it, right? Come on, man. Come on. Trump is a racist dictator stripping away civil rights. What? All right, show me how he's racist, and show me what civil rights he stripped away. What can't you do now that you was doing, let's say, in December? I'll wait. I'll wait. I got nothing but time. I'll wait. You got time to put it in the. You post your response up there. I'll read it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all be getting in your feelings too much about this and your emotions about what the media feed you guys. If you're watching CNN, ABC, MSNBC, and others, they are propaganda machines. Propaganda machines that are going to sway it one way, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. At least watch all of them. Watch the Foxes. Watch the Sky Austria. Watch all of them. The Young Turks, and then form an opinion. Don't be a CNN head and come back to me and tell me something because they're gonna fucking lie to you, man. Simple as that. They're gonna lie to you. I'm still waiting on that response, Linda. Or we just talking out of emotion. It don't take nothing to type real quick. I'm waiting. And I'll still wait. Maybe you're still typing. All I'm saying is don't get caught up in the bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. All we want is just a little less stress off of us, a little bit more money in our pocket. That's all we really want at the end of the day, and able to enjoy ourselves and able to work and not spend all your money on your bills and I have nothing, have to struggle and scrape and scrap to the next payday. That's all we want, a little bit. That's all we want as Americans. Some of us want to expand our businesses and things like that and go to school and get different tax credits and just live comfortably. That's all we want. I don't really give a damn about what the president, like, that shit never bothered me. All the little stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not worried about that, bro. I'm worried about what my situation is at the end of the day. You did not have to like Donald Trump at all, but he never made no laws against the FBA men and women. Yep. Yep. I asked the lady, she said, Trump is the race, Trump is this. What are you doing? What can't you do now that you was doing in December? What civil right was taken away? I never got an answer to that because people are on their in their emotion. And I know because people I know are in their emotion. Oh, it's Trump. He's this, and I can't stand that little red man. Why though? Because you get propaganda not only on MSNBC, CNN, and all these other channels, but on Hollywood Unlocked, on Shady Room, on all these different, because y'all probably on those more than the CNNs. You're getting propaganda on them too, because the people that run them pages don't like the man. They was all for the black Kamala, Indian Kamala, whatever she was, Kamala, who never associated with y'all, but y'all was riding for. Black girl magic, right? She turned black for the election. Where the fuck is she at now? Where's she at now? You don't even see her. When she was in office, you didn't even see her. You didn't even see her. Like, stop it, bro. Julian Mays. I'm in Kenosha to be exact. People, hold on, let me put this up. People still tripping over the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, but not tripping over blacks. Blocks being burned down in old businesses. Malachi Dot. The way the other try to come after everybody, Monique. Hold on. Monique shouldn't have apologized to him at all. You don't want folks to bring up your dirty laundry. Don't speak to nobody. Yeah, real talk. You're going after this brother. This brother ain't hurting the soul. He ain't even into politics. Saquon Barkley. Craig, Chef C. Man, still StreamYard is like the slowest thing ever, bro. People always say Trump was a racist, but Joe Biden was the one who used the N word and says he doesn't want his children going to school with us. Thank you. Thank you. This is all I'm saying. But this who DL run with. DL looked like a freaking kid in a candy store when he's in front of Biden and Kamala when he went there. He said it. It's quoted. Thank you, Chef C. It's quoted. He said it. He said it. He said it. Show me a quote like that from Trump. Show me. And by the way, I don't think Trump's a racist. I don't. By the way, I don't. I think he's a stern businessman. I don't take no shit either way you look at it. He may have done some stuff that affect black people. He does some stuff that affect white people. But I know again, people that was working at the casinos, they absolutely love Trump when he had the Trump Plaza and the Trump Marina and all of that. You could name like over 50 hip hop songs or rappers are making references to Donald Trump. Why would they be doing that to a racist man? Why would Lil Wayne? Why would countless other rappers? I can't even think of them now. I could pull it up, but probably for copyright reasons, I can't play the video. Why would they be making reference to getting money like Donald Trump, hanging with Donald Trump, being like Donald Trump? Why would they be doing that to a racist man? You know? I'm hurt so bad watching this and that hat, but gotta respect it. I will continue. Go Cheese. Shout out to you, Optimistic Jane, my guy. My guy. You already know what it is, baby. Super Bowl champions, baby. Uh-huh. I appreciate you though. Bridget, I respect that. I respect that comment. I respect it. I respect it. Want to be black Kamala Harris was not going to help the black community at all. Hell no. Hell no, man. Come on, bro. But see, the thing was, everybody, black men and women thought that she was, and they got us again. And if they want to get us again, I'll throw Michelle Obama up in that joint. Michelle will smack y'all up, or maybe the Obama clone Cory Booker. They may throw Cory in there or something. This dude had a coked out 24-hour speed. Who the hell talks for 24 hours straight, bro? Balin Amari X. Trump is getting rid of all of the affirmative action and DEA program that benefit white women the most and black people least. Is that really racist? Mm. And notice all the detractors got up out of here. I asked the lady to explain to me. She couldn't say it. It's emotionalism. The guy at the beginning, Johnson, he ran off somewhere. Right? And I was posting his comments. Both Trump and Biden are racist, plus Trump is removing artifacts in black museums of African culture. I didn't see that. Where is that at? What artifacts is he removing? He was hitting racist back then. He's open now. Shout out to DL. Goat for blacks. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I appreciate you, man. Oh yeah, yeah, West Philly. Yes, sir. Salute, salute. Kenneth Curtis. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you helping the stream out, dropping some facts and whatnot. Appreciate it. You know? So Be More Joe put it was hidden racism, now it's out in the open. So if he's so racist, why is he golfing with Saquon Barkley? Is he still hiding it then, or is it open now? Because if it's open now, I don't want to deal with no. See, real racists ain't rocking it. They can isolate themselves and say, I'm not doing it. It would never been an invitation. Because I'm sure Donald Trump reached out to him. I'm sure he did. So if he was so, why would you reach out to Saquon, a black brother, and want to spend intimate time on a golf course and talk about this and talk about that? Why is he friends with so many rappers? He was friends with Snoop. He was friends with 50. All these people. If he so it just don't make no sense, bro. It just don't make no sense. Appreciate that, Mike from Baton Rouge. I appreciate that. He uses blacks for political gain. Oh, like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That's how. That's how. Last time I checked, they ain't really using him at the end of the day. He ain't. How's he using that? He wasn't when he was hanging out with all them. He wasn't running for no all. He was running his businesses. That was genuine friendships. He didn't need them. That was just genuine friendships. You feel me? You know. So yeah, that's just genuine friendships. You trying to make it, seem like you know, he's open. He's an open racist guy now attacking black. So why is he giving money to the HBCUs? That'll be the first. I'm not giving money to that school. I don't like them. Let's shut them down. So it just don't make no sense, man. It just doesn't. Some of the things that people say, it just don't make any logical, sense at the end of the day. Now, does he have prejudices like we always do? I'm sure some people he don't like. I'm sure. He might not like some black people. He might not like some white people. He might not like this person or that person. But my parents used to work in casinos with him. And my father loves him. He still loves him to this day. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Hiring black people. You say how many people does he have, right? In the office for them. How many black people did he employ over the years, my dude? That took care of me and people, thousands of people all over with his casinos, infrastructure, industry, helping people take care of their families by providing them with a job. You talking about how many people he got in the office, bro? Stop it. Like, stop it, bro. Stop it. Giving people opportunities to work, opening up casinos, employing thousands of people, which a large majority were black, Hispanic, foreigners, all type of people that worked at those casinos. I know because I partook in that. What are we talking about here, bro? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Create economic opportunity. I don't give a damn about the political office, bro. It ain't that many of us up there anyway, especially on the Republican side. And he does have a few. Forget the cat's name from Florida. One of the reps is on his team, whatever. Well, very good spoken, bro. I forget the man's name. Kind of heavy set. I think he's from Florida. You know. Just hear Trump defend Deion Sanders. Wait, did I just hear Trump defend Deion Sanders' son about how he was being treated in the draft? Thank you, man. Like, if somebody was sold the R word, they wouldn't take their time to do that, bro. He don't really need us at this. He's already in office, so he don't really need our support like that at this point. And he didn't really even when he was going to office. He didn't really lobby for it. People were saying he was ignoring blacks and this and that, and come on, man. They act like he never went off on another white person or people. Absolutely. Did you forget he has 32 federal indictments that he escaped? I don't give a fuck about that, bro. I don't care about his indictments. We all have felonies and shit. All of us yelling F the government for real, for real. We all yelling that. I don't care about that. I don't care, bro. I just don't. He's a criminal. Okay. Obama's a fucking criminal. All these presidents was criminals. Wasn't Obama the one that signed off on Gaddafi? Do you know what Gaddafi was doing in Libya? Gaddafi was given, he give you a house, a Mercedes Benz. Every man 4,000, every woman $6,000 per month. If you didn't have food, you didn't have to pay for it. Sending his people to different countries for education to build up that country, but they painted him as a terrorist. Obama signed off on that. He's a war criminal. Come on, man. Let's stop it. A man helping his country, doing so much to help his country, trying to build a central bank backed by real resources and real gold. Obama, your savior. My president is black. Got him up out of here. Stop it, bro. Come on. Look up what Muammar Gaddafi was doing. They could do that. They don't do that. I don't even do nowhere near close to that in the U.S. Give you a house, give you a car. You crash it, they give you another one. A Benz, 600 Benz. Everybody. Making life easier for you. Give you a house. Right? I mean, could you imagine that? Here? That's taking away crime. That's taking away homelessness. That's taking away poverty. That's taking it now. You know, some people going to blow their bread out, but they're going to blow it. But you keep getting more. They drop off rice at your doorstep, milk at your doorstep, fruit at your doorstep every week. And probably some stuff I'm forgetting. If Trump cares so much about black people, Jay Price, what up? I don't think it racist to walk into a building full of black people and journalists who hate him address issues. That man stood 10 tones down. That's a fact, bro. Montevelli Gant, that's a fact. He would have said no, like Kamala. I don't think Kamala did it like virtually. She couldn't do it in person because she can't talk. She can't articulate herself the right way. He stood up in the fire. Like, I'm gonna come sit with the and they was attacking him. I'm gonna sit with the black journalists of America, the bourgeois journalists of America. I'm gonna go sit with them, right? And bang, answer questions and answer whatever they want about black and this and black and that. Come on, man. Trump is erasing black people from history. Dog, we already don't know our culture. We already been erased, bro. Half us don't know where the hell we came from. We ain't speaking our original language. What you mean? We've been erased from history since you've been to school. And they started that shit with slavery. We've been erased. Come on. We go back before that. Most of us don't know where we came before. Our shit starts right here, somewhere in South Carolina, somewhere in Georgia, somewhere in Mississippi. For us, it's cool. You was a slave. We was whooping your ass. We was whooping on you. That's where you start. What are you talking about? Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. That's people that came way before Trump. Man, I'm just having fun. Picture ski. Yeah, I'm having fun with this one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in my bag on this one. You know, the same guy. He's trying to, dropping all these classified, documents and whatnot. Like my man saying, what happened to Malcolm? But he's the R word. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Is this guy MAGA? See y'all. Yo, y'all just too caught up in the bullshit. Y'all just too caught up, man. Man. Name one and explain at least one of his indictment without looking it up. Thank you. They can't do it. They don't know what he got. They don't even know what he's being, indicted for. They don't even know. They don't even know. They don't know. Man, like, it's crazy. It's just emotionalism. Somebody tell me, oh, Trump's the R word. They'll say it. And I'll say, what makes you say that? I just don't like him. That's what they say. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. See, I'm gonna start bringing people on because I come from the debating culture. So this is what I do. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? What else we got down here? I'm about to jump off, man. I'm like rocking with y'all real quick. Do you like any blacks? Just ask. I'm a new channel and praising Trump, but down in the blacks. Do you like any black? Come on, man. That's a silly question, be more Joe, but much success to your channel, man. Much success to your channel, bro. A lot of these people don't realize how deeply cultist the Democratic Party is, bro. Man. If you you got people just voting just to vote a block. They don't know why they're voting. They're just doing it. They can't tell you why they're doing it. They're just doing it. That's scary. They can't say, look, now some people can. This is why I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I want this. This is why I'm voting for Trump because I want this. This is why I'm voting for Cornell Anderson. I'm drawing a blank. Cornell, right? This is why I'm voting for this person because of this. Ron or Rand Paul, whatever his name was, right? They just do it just to do it. If you put Cardi B up there, they put Megan Thee Stallion up there. I haven't seen Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana making a song about why we should vote. Saucy. Yes, saucy. Vote or die. Vote this. Vote that. It's our future. Y'all need to vote. Y'all need to do this. Y'all need to come on, man. Like none of them ever not. I want that will give DL. He'll tell you why he wants to. He's not like some of the other people. He'll tell you. Charlemagne, they're a little bit more refined. You know, they've been trained by the highest of the highs. You know what I mean? So that they can explain it a little better than the regular people on the internet. I'll give that to them. You know, I'm talking about black investors, black people who are in the service to the Tuskegee Airmen. I missed your first point. Poets and rhymers. I'm trying to catch why you saying what you're saying so I could oh, okay, you ain't seen much after that. I gotta start open. I know I'm gonna start doing is open it up where y'all can come in and talk and give your piece. 'Cause I think that I'll definitely or do that because maybe we can understand each other better. You know, I'm not angry at all. I'm chilling. I'm not angry. You know, but yeah, that's almost been an hour, bro. I did not expect it to go this long. I'm just asking, bro. I am going off of what here. I don't disagree with everything. Yeah, same thing, same here. Be more Joe. It's not like a monolithic thing where everything somebody does, but on the other hand, that's DL. Anything that Trump does, he can do something great. He'll find a way to criticize it. If Kamala Harris was president and she was doing a great job, guess what? I'm voting for Kamala again. If Biden did a great job, guess what? I'm voting for Biden again. If Trump did a great job, which I thought he did the first time he was in office, guess what? That's who I'm voting for again. That's just how I rock. And then, but the people try to discredit him and say, "Oh, well, it was the previous 4 years is the reason why. It's Obama's policies that did this. It's Obama's that did this." They always say, "Oh, it's the previous, president that did this and done that." So if that's the case, why y'all mad at Trump right now? It's Biden's policies that's effed everything up. Bidenomics, as they call it, right? Trump been in office for 3, 4 months, and everybody's ragging on him. But use the same logic and say, no, this is Biden stuff. Biden is now starting to take effect. Because when Trump was doing good, it was Obama. Obama took effect when Trump got in office. So now that everything's shitty, Bidenomics is taking effect. We won't say that though. We'll just say, oh, it's 3, 4 months. Trump is doing a shitty job. He's the worst ever. Blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. Trump has Trump has done more in 100 days than Obama did in his 8 years. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. My man been rocking out though. Amaro, you been rocking out. Salute to you. Salute to you. But if you're on, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up. What's Quavo said? Wow. What you saying wow for, bro? I think that's how you say it, name. Let's see. Cool. Nah, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Nina Will, the white woman he married, occasionally, consistently, unapologetically drops the N word. Don't overlook those facts. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with her dropping the N word or whatever the case may be. But if you're from the East Coast, and I'm not saying this is right, all races of people drop the N word. All of them. You got white guys around black dudes right now saying that's my N or N. White girls, Spanish, East Indian. I even seen a video where Asians was you dropping the N word. Not saying that it's right. I'm just saying since we call ourselves something so derogatory, we made it acceptable for other people to do the same damn thing. The same damn thing. It's wrong. I don't like it. Right? But that's just the reality of it. I'm gonna let the Obama slander live because he has the chance to actually give the US back to the US, but he bailed out the banks. Mm, that's a fact. That's a fact. Bridget English puts Obama never did anything for us except the LGBT community. Ooh, why y'all bombing on Obama like that? Y'all bombing on Obama. Y'all bombing on Obama. Wow. Jerry Savage, peace. Our economy was better under Trump during his first term. It was. And anybody that I've talked to, 100% of the people had to admit to it, whether there was a Biden, Kamala, independent, libertarian, whatever. Everybody admitted that, Jerry, that our economy was better under Trump in his first term. Everybody admitted that. I mean, everybody was thriving, everybody was eating. That's how it was to actually live. Like people were actually living and enjoying life, man. People had disposable income to do whatever they wanted to do. I just seen it, man. Barbershops every business was just flowing, and then China came in with COVID and shit. To my opinion, derail those bit out the Obama track to derail, you know, here we go with the he wrote on Obama's. So it took Obama 8 years to build that economy, right? That's what you're saying. It took Obama 8 years to build that. As soon as he leaves office, it gets better. Bro, but I love the renaissance of Obama and his family. Nah, it's definitely dope as hell. That's real talk. You can't. That's something you really just can't deny. His track record is very. You could definitely critique it. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a it's lunchtime for everybody and whatnot. Yeah, have a good day. I appreciate the people. It's been an hour, a whole hour, so I appreciate y'all sticking in and sticking through. I can't remember the last time I did an hour stream, and we're gonna be doing more of them. Me and Sam, man, we got some more stuff lined up. Matter of fact, I gotta get my phone. But yeah, that's what it is, y'all. Y'all have a good day. And the people that didn't like the show, hey, it is what it is. I can't please everybody. The people that was in here rocking out, Craig Chef, Optimistic James Savage, other people that left a little earlier. Salute to y'all. Y'all have a good day, man. Peace.